Welcome. In front of me I have a REALME 14T, and today I'll be showing you how you can bypass Google verification on this phone. So to get started, we'll have a couple requirements. The most important one will be a secondary phone. I'll be using OnePlus, although I'm not even sure which one that is. Hopefully that will work. The reason I'm saying hopefully is because we will be using the phone clone application as the bypass method. And at least I believe these two devices actually come with their phone clone apps pre-installed. They are technically the same company. It's OnePlus and Realme, but it's one big parent company, so these applications are kind of interchangeable. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because, for instance, you might have something like maybe a Xiaomi phone. I think that was the last one I had problems with, where when you try to give it permission, for some reason Xiaomi just won't let you give it permission, so the application can never function really. So you might sometimes experience that even though you have an Android device for this, which is what you need, it might not work. So I'm sorry if you have like some kind of possibly a Xiaomi device. Like I said, I don't remember if that was the brand, but I think so. So in any case, you can basically, in this case, look for other branded device and try it with a different one. Most will work. So yeah, that's one of the requirements that we'll need, a second phone. Another thing, which is most likely something that you shouldn't have problem having, is internet connection. And that's basically everything that we need. Another thing that you probably should have, though might not be necessarily a requirement, it's a lot of patience. These processes, specifically ones that use our website, are a bit yikes. And that's partially because of the amount of ads that you get to experience. It's, sarcastically speaking, amazing. It's just the greatest thing you can experience. So yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm not the biggest fan of the amount of ads that we will be going through, and they are getting more and more annoying. So I'm going to be pointing that out once something happens, as the way they function is just absolutely atrocious and egregious. So I'll be pointing that out and telling you what to do, as they might get you sometimes a little bit confused. So in any case, let's get started. The phone you can see right here is locked. It's telling me to draw the verification pattern to unlock it, and if I close this up, it's gonna tell me to sign in with a Google account. Now we are assuming that we don't know either one of those. So to get started, first, if you're at the beginning where you get to select your language, then choose language, go forward till you get to the connect to Wi-Fi page, like I am right now on. Sign into your network, which I have already done so. And once you connect to your network, you can then back out or go back to the language selection page, select emergency call. And in here, you're gonna type in *899, and when you press hash, it's gonna take us to the to this weird mode. Now in here you want to select manual test. Before I go any further, let me just wipe the screen as it looks a little bit grimy. There we go, much better. So once you select the manual test, you want to scroll to the side right here. This is a scrollable page. Select camera. And from here, we're gonna select, which one was, I think it's camera test. Yep, it's going to be camera test. And you can see it opens up the camera, just so you can see this. So there we go. Now, all you want to do is just capture a photo. There we go, we have one photo. You're gonna click on this, agree and continue. And next, let me, bear with me while I'm dealing with ads, while I'm following the guide from our website. So from here, we're gonna select share, and you want to choose Google image search, or search image. gonna just swipe up to pull this fully up, and then you're gonna get rid of the image. So click on the square, not square, sorry, the X, and in here we're gonna type in HardReset.Info / bypass, I believe, right? I mean, actually, nope, sorry, I did screw it up. I'm gonna fix that up. Let's see, so let's go back first. So I can search, there we go, and do we need to hold it? Oh. Okay, so from here, there we go. So we're supposed to click right here on these 3 dots when you have Google Lens open. And next we're gonna choose privacy policy. There we go. And this opens up the browser. Now chances are we might have gotten away with going through the way that I started going, but I just want to follow the guide fully to the T as it's written. So in any case, this opens up our browser. Here make sure you select use without an account. And then in the search bar, nope. Oh, we're gonna click right here on these 3 dots, or this like weird grid looking thing. So like Google. You can deny all, doesn't really matter. And then in the search bar, we're gonna navigate to HardReset.Info / bypass. There we go. Now be prepared for ads now. So we're gonna click on not this. Where's the bypass version? Downloads. Okay, that's interesting. So this is not really what we're supposed to open. Oh no, never mind, it is. But for some reason just to go back and show you, it doesn't say HardReset.Info / bypass, which is a crucial part. And the bypass portion on our website isn't actually in the drop-down menu, if I remember correctly. So you actually have to just locate it by typing it in. But in any case, this is the page anyway that we need to be on. Here just consent, and there is the ad like I mentioned. Though it looked like it just got closed, so never mind. I spoke too soon. I'm not going to be selecting any country, piss off. Are you? So like I said, patience. This is unacceptable, to be completely frank with you. And it opened up AliExpress, awesome. Can I just close this up and like, no, just piss off. There we go. So we're back where we're supposed to be. Jesus, that is gonna be annoying. I am truly sorry for this experience. Like I said, I have nothing to do with this. Anyway, so in here, once you actually are back on the bypass version, you want to scroll down and select the settings app. Click on it, and this actually opens up the settings. So now we're finally done with the atrocious amount of ads and just this whatever. I don't even want to like say anything on about this. Whatever. Let's just move on. So in here, we want to navigate to home screen and lock screen, and then you want to select home screen layout. When you do, it glitches and takes you to the home screen. Now the device is still locked, so don't go clicking off yet. We still are, well, we're like basically halfway through the process right now. Now, I am going to quickly explain what is happening and why we're doing this way, just so it's a bit clear, the logic behind it. So right now we have access to home screen. You can see that we are missing buttons right here at the bottom. The device is still in what could be considered a setup stage, and it is still locked. Because of that, if you were to, for instance, open up settings, which is right here, and go through the reset process, it just does absolutely nothing. It resets the device and it continues to be locked because the device is still in what it thinks is a setup process. So as long as it's in that stage, it automatically checks if the device is verified, and it's not, so it will just go back to being locked. Now this will matter because once we go through the process, we will be resetting the device through settings, and at that time it will actually work because the device will then already know that the setup has been finished. So we're now just trying to glitch the phone into allowing us to finish up the setup, which brings us to the application that we need to open, which is the application under Tools called Clone Phone. Here you're going to select that this is a new device, allow everything that it shows up with, and select other Android. Actually, no, we can just select the OnePlus right here, as that is what I have. If you have Oppo, Realme, or OnePlus, you can choose this one. If you have other Android, just choose other Android. So that's what I will be selecting, and it shows us QR code for connecting these two devices together. So this phone right now is prepped, and we can set it to the side. Let's bring the other device, the one that we can actually access. And if you don't have Oppo, Realme, or OnePlus, you will need to navigate to your Play Store, and in the search right here, you're gonna search for Clone Phone. And there we go. Now, chances are it won't show up with... No, it does show up with an Oppo one. So you can see we have Oppo Clone Phone. We actually have the OnePlus as well, even though it's installed. You can choose either one. There might be also Realme, though I don't think I ever actually seen it in Play Store. In any case, either one of this will work. So you can choose whichever one. I already have it, like I mentioned, because this is OnePlus, so it comes already with this installed. So I can just open it up from here. Now, when you download this from Play Store, because you don't have Oppo, Realme, or OnePlus, you will not have this option. So you will only have one button that this is the older device, so that's what you want to select. And then agree again to everything. There we go. And we are now ready to scan the QR code. So just point the camera to this thing. Come on. There we go. So it then begins connecting these two phones together. There we go. Give it a moment, it will start looking for all the data. Here we're gonna deselect everything, so you can select it first and then deselect all of it. And then just choose apps. Move on to the next page. Oh, okay, never mind. Looks like we can actually select apps right here. So now let's deselect that, click on the actual text, and this shows us the applications. I get confused, usually that's visible on a second page, but it looks like there's been a little bit of a change to make it more seamless and faster, which is good. Now here, look for any application that have the smallest size. So I already saw something that was like right here, 25 megabytes. Anything else? Okay, so it looks like this is the smallest size for me. Now the reason you want to look for the smallest size is because the smaller the size, the faster the transfer. Now once you have your application selected, you can see it's 1 out of 29 at 25 megabytes. We can go to the next page and then select Start Migrating. Start Migrating. Gonna need to verify it with this phone's screen lock. Now, for some reason, even though these devices are connected, I do need to type this code in here, so let's do that. GSRR8310. Okay, and you can see it's transferring, and it's done. Now, with that being finished, with the migration, you can set this phone to the side, and let's move back to the locked device. One thing that you'll notice right now is after the transfer, when we click resume, it brings us, or will bring us back to the setup screen. Select done. But, so we're right now on the setup screen, but we are now 1 or 2 pages further past the verification. We no longer need to verify this device. So we can select skip right here and select later. Then just select agree and done. Get started. Now this will bring us to the home screen. Now the device is still not fully unlocked. Now we're almost done. There's one last thing, like I mentioned kind of before, one last thing that we need to do. So you want to open up your settings. Let's go back. And here you're gonna scroll all the way down to System and Update, and then select Backup and Reset. Reset phone, erase all data, clear, and click on the clear button the second time. This will then begin factory resetting your device. Now this step is crucial for fully unlocking your phone. There is still protection on this device at this moment right now, and by clearing this data through settings, this forces the phone to delete all the protection. There is this kind of weird thing where Android, when doing a reset through settings, if you can verify obviously that you are the owner, which there is right now no protection really, as in like you can unlock it, there is no Google account signed in, the device goes through a reset and therefore also gets rid of all the data. It considers you to be a legitimate user, but the device still actually in the system somewhere stores the previous user data, the Google account, the screen lock, which also would mean that the device could get locked again if you perform a reset, for instance, through recovery mode. That would lock the device back up. So when doing it through settings, it forces the device to fully unlock itself, and that's the last thing that you want to do. And once it's finished, go through the setup process in whatever way you want. It will be fully unlocked after the reset, so you can just do whatever you want with it. And yeah, that's about it. So with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.